Hey YouTube, Ryan here, and today I'm joined by my good friend yet again.
Charles, aka Brony459, but I guess you kinda already knew that since we've been doing a few of these WWE pay-per-view predictions for a while, and we got another one for you.
This is the fourth or fifth time we're collaborating. Fourth. The top 15 on my channel, WrestleMania, Greatest Royal Rumble on Charles's channel, and BackLash, which will be on my channel.
Well, of course, because you're seeing it on his channel right now.
Yeah, duh.
Oi. But
And if you watched the Greatest Royal Rumble, you would have known Charles got the victory in this one.
yes, we've been counting up points for who can predict each pay-per-view more accurately. If we predicted like an even amount of matches, like the same amount, do we both get the point? But the one that gets more matches right gets the point. So now the official scoreboard is a tie 2-2, and hopefully this pay-per-view will run in my favor and give me the point so I can beat Ryan, because I have to.
Yes, and I would have tied it up or possibly won it if we redid and run around the no point for the Royal Rumble portion of the Greatest Royal Rumble, because I picked from 50 people.
He picked it.
So I'm kind of bitter about this loss.
Cause yeah, if we counted the Royal Rumble as a point, if you guessed it right, we would have actually been tied at the very least. But since we promised not to more victory than getting a point, then we just pretty much leave it off, even if we do somehow got it right, and he did. And
Somehow.
And I was bitter too, because my pick for the Royal Rumble, Daniel Bryan, got third place. Close, but so no cigar. I was just about to say, well, it would just be like probably the funniest thing if our two picks made it to the final two, and it almost happened. But Big Cass
ruined it.
Big Cass ruined it for me, and now I forever hate Big Cass with Vendetta. Nah.
But going back to the Greatest Royal Rumble, Charles's pick and my pick both set history. Charles's pick being the longest time spent in the ring in the Royal Rumble.
Oh, yep.
Beating Rey Mysterio's record of an hour 4.
Yep. Daniel Bryan has now hold the record. And
an hour 18.
And that's not the only record broken. Braun Strowman also broke the record of eliminating the most people in one Royal Rumble match at 13. Beating Roman.
Beat Roman at 12.
Yes. So two records have been broken at the Royal Rumble. So at the very least, our choices were not total losers. I guess you could say that.
Both made history, but I officially made the history by picking from 50. Anyways, enough talk about that. As of right now, there's 8 matches. If somehow another match gets added within the 4 days, we can't do anything about it, because we want to get these predictions up as fast as possible.
Yes, because at this point it's official. So just know that we did it before this match was announced. So
we just did it after the SmackDown from the May 1st, just so it's easy. So no more surprise matches.
Yeah, exactly.
But starting off, Seth Rollins versus The Miz for the Intercontinental Championship.
Now I would be easily persuaded if it was going to be The Miz to win it and take it back to SmackDown. However, there's another match on this card with the United States Championship. It's between two SmackDown wrestlers. And of course, one of these two minor titles one minor title has to stay on Raw, and the other minor title has to stay on SmackDown. So I guess what I'm saying is, due to practically on one of the other matches where we have two SmackDown guys fighting for the US title, so the Raw needs to keep the Intercontinental title, I have to go with the Raw guy, Seth Rollins. And even if that's not the case, I would have still believed that he would won, and I would like to see that he won, because as much as I like The Miz, it's time that he retires, holding that title for a long ass time. So my pick is Seth Rollins.
Charles pretty much did my job for me and summed it up with the one stays on Raw, one stays on SmackDown. My pick is also Seth Rollins, obviously.
Okay, so we both but what would you think would have won if that was not the case? As in, there was no...
Still Seth.
So still Seth. Okay.
Yeah.
So suddenly we go with Seth Rollins in this one.
Because Seth has had it since WrestleMania, I believe, correct?
Yes. And The Miz, on the other hand, well, he does have some breaks for the title here and there. For the most part, he's been holding that title a lot since early 2016, and that's right now mid 2018. So, yeah, damn, it's fun. I mean, I love The Miz, you know that, but I think but it's time to stop with the whole Intercontinental title. Go after a new belt.
Yeah. Next up is the United States Championship.
Between the current United States champion, Jeff Hardy, versus the Apex Predator, Randy Orton.
The Viper.
Now, as I said, this was the match, as I said, that I thought that pretty much gave away Seth's going to win, because both these guys on SmackDown.
Obviously.
So they're going to, of course the title's going to stay on SmackDown, so the other title's stay on Raw. But now that's besides the point. Unlike the other match, this really is not much of a dead giveaway on who's going to win. So this one's a little bit more tricky, but if I have to go, and if I do have to be honest, I do believe the majority of the titles are going to stay with the current champion. And I think this has to be one of the case. It's my gut feeling that Jeff Hardy is going to reign over Randy Orton in this matchup. So my pick is Hardy.
I'm going to pretty much start the opposite train and pick the Viper. Randy Orton. I believe it was his United States Championship that got cut short, or was taken by surprise. Besides Jinder Mahal's, obviously.
Jinder Mahal's was pretty much over in just about a week, basically.
Yeah. I do think Orton will win it, just as a change of pace, because there's gonna be a new contender for the United States Championship soon, I believe, from watching the previous SmackDown as of last night, and that would be Samoa Joe. But he's not in this fight, so I feel like they're gonna have a storyline between Orton, Joe, and Hardy, constantly going back and forth. But I will think Orton will come out victorious in this match.
Alright, so this is pretty much going to be one of the matches that's going to determine the point. Jeff Hardy for me and Randy Orton for you.
Next up is the Raw Women's Championship.
Between the so-called bully, Nia Jax,
versus the actual bully, Alexa Bliss.
May I mention about the whole Moment of Bliss thing she's doing? Like, she's just...
Kill me. Just kill me. I hate that segment. She's making it look like she's the victim.
I know, but that's just the whole point of her character. Like, she is just so full of shit, and that's so irritating, and it works for Alexa Bliss, and...
It's annoying. I hate those segments.
I can understand. So, if I have to pick a winner in this one, I couldn't say. I don't believe Alexa really has anybody that would come in and help her.
Mickey.
Mickey. Yeah, I totally forgot about Mickey, but...
Nia will have Moon.
Who's more tougher than Mickey?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, but I guess if I just had to pick one, I just really don't see Alexa really having the title again for a while. I mean, she is one of the popular Raw... She is one of the more popular Raw women right now, but even in that case, I just don't see it. So, my case also has to go with Nia Jax.
Charles and I were talking, like Charles just said, the bully versus the actual bully, and how Alexa's making him play victim. Her only friend really right now is Mickey. So and Mickey is not the strongest, but she is, like, I think a 6-time women's champion or something like that.
Yeah, she's won the women's champion plenty amount of times.
So she does have previous history with that. But Nia Jax is the irresistible force, and she's going to keep that momentum going into this match and come up victorious still.
I'm hoping I was happy they finally give Nia the push that she deserves.
Oh, yeah.
And I'm glad she's had a long way push. She did not even win the women's title in NXT, so finally she wins the belt. Finally she gets the push that she deserves. So I'm happy about that.
But the thing is, the story. How long can they continue the storyline with her?
Yeah, exactly.
And then who will come next? Like,
I remember in our WrestleMania predictions, you and I both predicted Alexa was gonna win.
Oh yeah, we were so certain it was gonna be Alexa.
Yeah, and now
that part of me wanted to say Nia. There's a little part in me that's like, you should have said Nia, asshole.
all in all, now that we're seeing on how Nia's doing, I really believe that she is going to be the one.
It's gonna be a while before she loses it.
Yeah. Okay.
Until SummerSlam.
Probably, yeah. Next matchup is for the SmackDown Women's Champion against
the Princess of Staten Island,
previous Money in the Bank holder that cashed in to win this title, Carmella, versus the daughter, the Queen, the daughter of two-time Hall of Famer Ric Flair, Charlotte Flair.
The two-time Hall of Famer, what?
Yeah, Ric Flair's the two-time Hall of Famer. I don't even know how that's possible, to be honest.
Okay.
Anyways, so the thing about this match is that although Charlotte did lose it to Carmella, it wasn't a legit match. Carmella was cashing in Money in the Bank on a wounded Charlotte after she was attacked by the Iconics on their debut at SmackDown, and Carmella, just like pretty much everyone else who had Money in the Bank briefcase, cashed it in at the right moment when she wasn't at 100% and won it cheaply. And Charlotte is one of the toughest, if not probably the toughest woman for the women division in WWE. Not only has she
Asuka.
Not only did she defeated Asuka's streak, but she had a pretty long reign as women's champion and this isn't her first one, so even if she might not be the toughest, I'll take that back. She's definitely one of the toughest to beat. While Carmella is kind of on, not as on the opposite side of what I was talking about. Carmella only beating Charlotte when she wasn't at 100%, that's very clear. So now since we're having a fully ready Charlotte Flair versus a fully ready Carmella, I can really see this as being a squash, and I have to give this one to Charlotte to give a title back.
Like Charles mentioned, the back and forth, the 100% thing, which was unfair with what the Iconics did. Even in the last night's match, it was clearly shown it was back and forth constantly. And also, fun fact about the match, I was watching it and then I found something on Twitter was like, what should her name be? And that was Becky. And a lot of the comments were Team ABC for obvious reasons. Asuka, Becky, Charlotte. Then it was versus Peyton, Billy, and Carmella. So I'm like, hey, it's ABC versus PBC again. PBC will live on! Obviously, Paige, Becky, and Carmella, Charlotte. My bad. Right?
Yeah, that was a team back then. And now
so kind of rematched it. That was just the funniest thing I found.
The ABCs. Wow.
Asuka, Becky, Charlotte. Versus PBC.
Paige, Becky, Charlotte.
Rep them. Well, they're all on the same roster now in a way.
Yeah.
Anyways, I just want to say my pick. I honestly think they're gonna give Miss X Money in the Bank, Princess of Staten Island, another shot, and give her more storyline and depth until I'm assuming the Iconics will turn on her.
So
my pick is Carmella.
Alright, so so you think
retain the champion.
So basically, you think that it's basically going to be the same way as Miz and the Miztourage. It's basically going to be Carmella and the Iconics, where the Iconics will try to constantly cheat for Carmella to win.
Probably.
Because Carmella would because that's honestly the only realistic way Carmella would probably win just about anything. So, if I have
Or James Ellsworth will come back somehow and win.
Yeah, all of her wins.
And be her bitch again.
All of her wins are basically when she has to get aid or help by someone. Not that I'm complaining about that. It's just that it's really been part of her character that she really just can't win on her own.
But she will win this on her own, I think.
Unless
later in the storyline.
Unless the Iconics do come I still have to go with Charlotte on this one.
Next up is just a singles match of the big dog,
Roman
Reigns, who unfairly lost the steel cage match.
Oh my god, we all know that. Love him or hate him, yeah.
Versus Samoa Joe. I was trying to think of the nickname for him, but
I don't think he really had one.
yeah.
But anyways, Roman Reigns versus Samoa Joe. I'm a huge Samoa Joe fan.
Oh
but,
yeah.
But due to pretty much the build to Roman Reigns and the loss that he suffered at the Greatest Royal Rumble and WrestleMania, I think they just want to try to find out a way to really get him a win to bounce him back up. So as much as I love the hell out of Joe, my pick is Roman Reigns.
I am going with Samoa Joe. Samoa Joe, I think, will put Roman to sleep.
Really? So you're thinking about like an unexpected win?
More or less. Like I said for the Intercontinental ladder match at Greatest Royal Rumble, is Samoa Joe just came back. I think they want him to be victorious in a way. And since I have Rollins beating The Miz for a title match, which is Raw beating SmackDown, I think there will be a SmackDown beating Raw match, and that's the only other match that could happen. And even though it's not for a championship, it's just a singles match. It's stupid about how I think this is going to work, but I don't think the current pace of how we've been predicting everything, because it's been pretty much everyone retains or the same franchise wins everything. I'm going with Samoa.
Alright, and my
Samoa
pick...
Joe will put the big dog to sleep.
Alright, and my pick is the big dog. Gonna spear Samoa Joe under the ring.
Under the ring, but still end up losing because Samoa Joe pulled up some crazy shit. Anyways, next match.
The leader of the Yes Movement, Daniel Bryan, versus the former partner of Enzo Amore. Yeah, I bet you guys want to be reminded of that. Big Cass.
Going back to what you said about Enzo Amore. Innocent till proven guilty.
And last time I checked, the charges
accusation
were dropped.
only.
Accusation only, yes. But that's a controversy for another time.
That's the next video. Stay tuned for that.
But this match between Daniel Bryan and Big Cass. The thing is that Daniel Bryan's just one of those stars that whenever I see a match that involves him in it and a rivalry, it's always easy to assume that the one that's going to be Daniel Bryan, because not only is he one of the most beloved wrestlers today, he's one of the most beloved of all time. He's being treated like he's basically a blessing for professional wrestling. And even though Big Cass did kind of beat him in the Royal Rumble, since he was the one to eliminate him, I really don't, unless they really want to push Cass as a big star, I don't really see them trying to make him go over Daniel. Now, I did wrote down that I think I want Daniel to win this match, but now that I said what I think Cass could actually have a good chance of winning. But I'm going to stick to my choice and have to go with Daniel Bryan. But I think this is a one where I am strongly positive that I could be wrong, but I'm going to still stick with Daniel.
Charles said about Enzo and Cass. Charles does make a valid point how they might make Big Cass into a star now, because he doesn't have Enzo with him. And then, I'm not going to deny they were not a bad tag team. They were certainly one of the most entertaining tag teams.
Oh, for sure.
But Charles both came back from an injury this year, and everyone cared more about Bryan than Cass for obvious reasons.
Big time.
But I see where Charles is coming from, how it could go either way. But to spare him the despair of if Cass wins and me getting a point, I've also picked Bryan before we started this. So my pick is also Daniel Bryan.
Yes, because I thought it was going to be Daniel Bryan going over Big Cass, because it was quite obvious, because Daniel's the big star. He's basically, as I said, he's basically being treated like a wrestling Jesus to the fans. But then I think about it, they not only have they really pushed Big Cass, put him in the spotlight once he comes back, but not only did we see him, as I said, eliminate Daniel from the Greatest Royal Rumble, now I could see they really want to try to push him as a really big heel, and beating someone that the fans love is an easy way to get heel heat. So I think this is actually one that I am pretty much sure that I am wrong on this now that I say everything, but I still have to stick to my choice and go with Daniel. So okay, if this was on the fly, I might have said Big Cass, but no, I'm keeping with Daniel.
Charles was talking about Cass becoming a heel. Like, did you not see last night's SmackDown where he fucking attacked the midget? I thought that was Hornswoggle, believe it or not.
Like, he attacked a Canadian midget, yeah.
A Canadian Hornswoggle. Hornswoggle in the Greatest Royal Rumble was amazing.
That was a surprise.
That was awesome.
Yeah. So
I love that moment so much.
So for both of us, we have to go with Daniel, although we're both positive we might be wrong on that.
I'm not as negative as you are. I'm more like 80-20 on that one instead of like your 60-40 or even 50-50.
I'm pretty much 60-40 right now because I'm still giving the budget to Daniel, but I still think there's a chance.
Speaking of chance, this is the match that has no chance of his team winning. Braun Strowman versus Bobby Lashley versus the leaders of the Yep movement, Canadian boys, Kevin Owens and Sami Zayn.
Okay, let's look at this picture here. We got two really big, really strong guys versus a guy that doesn't really have any much muscle built and a fat ass.
I was going to say something a lot nicer for Sami.
I mean,
the 180-pound superstar that had a better rating than Sheamus in WWE 2K17.
This match, I think it's quite obvious just from the look of one team and the look of the other team. Unless they want to pull off surprise and find out some cock way to have Kevin and Sami somehow win, but I don't really see that. I just think I mean, I know people say don't just expect the obvious because sometimes they might not have it because it's obvious, but this one I have to go with the obvious right here, and that would have to be Braun and Bobby Lashley.
As much as I love Owens and Zayn, there's no chance in hell they'll win. Now that I'm saying that, they're probably going to win, but I have made my decision before. Braun and Bobby.
Alright, but yeah, and I'm sticking to my decision too. Also, Braun
as much
and Bobby.
as I love Owens and Zayn, I don't think there's a shot. Unless, like Charles said, they pull some dick cock way out of it and somehow winning.
Yeah.
I mean, did you not see the rampage that was Strowman last night, on Monday night, my bad, against these two?
When Strowman's on range, you gotta get out of range.
Yeah.
It's like he runs over without caring who he runs over. Like he just like tramples Kevin Owens when he's trying to get his way to someone else.
Don't get me wrong about Sami. Like Sami has beaten Strowman in the past.
Actually, in that match, all he had to do was last 10 minutes with Braun Strowman, which he did. So he technically did win, but it wasn't like a win-win. So that's not really much to really go on about.
Literally, it's just a Simon and is it Simon and Goliath or David and Goliath? That's what it is.
Okay, yeah.
A David and Goliath match. David beating Owens and Kevin and Sami. Goliath beating Braun and Bobby.
Oh yeah. And from the way the story was building, I just don't really see this as a little guy somehow coming back on top guy. So.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. So yeah, it's going to be
Kevin and Sami will need to build up more momentum, become better heels, and do something really heinous for a decent shot at winning matches now.
Yeah, pretty much.
They're kind of at a low of their career right now, being fired from SmackDown unfairly, in my opinion, to both losing their jobs on SmackDown at WrestleMania, in a fucking amazing match at that, to fighting each other for a Raw contract and both losing, to being traded from the Superstar Shakeup, to getting pummeled that night, and they're living a low right now. So until something better happens, Kevin and Sammy are screwed. And finally, what is probably the main event yet again, a no disqualification match for the WWE Championship
between the phenomenal one, AJ Styles, versus
the King of Strong Style
and the King of Low Blows, Shinsuke Nakamura. So,
this match, this rivalry has been amazing since WrestleMania.
It's been quite the build-up since then. Ever since Shinsuke became a sore loser and decided to hit AJ's testicles as much as he can. So
Shinsuke is becoming a fucking amazing heel.
So the stipulation of no disqualification, which means you can do anything in front of the referee and he can't do a damn thing about it. He has to just let it be.
So get ready for tons of low blows, you're saying?
Pretty much. Now Shinsuke doesn't have to low blow AJ behind the referee's back. He can do it right in front of him if he wants to. So that's practically more of an advantage on Shinsuke's part than AJ's.
Shinsuke's gonna low blow the ref soon then.
Practically. I could see that he'll probably be pissed off at the ref and just low blow him. Because for some reason, Shinsuke just loves trying to grab you between the legs.
I'm not going to make any assumptions there.
But
this rivalry has been amazing.
If I do have to guess on how I would like to see it end, I would just like to see Shinsuke try to low blow AJ, but then Shinsuke's hand starts hurting and he starts shaking like he hit something, and it was because AJ was wearing a metal cup between his pants.
Oh.
And then he'll just like grab Shinsuke by the hood arm and like lift him up, and then low blows him in the crotch to pretty much a good taste of Shinsuke's own medicine. And I think that would be a nice way to pretty much end the match there, with AJ then rolling up Shinsuke for the pin. Because as much as I like Shinsuke, honestly, if he did not win at WrestleMania, which he didn't, I don't really see when he'll win this title though. There's like no moment to me that really makes me feel, oh yeah, this guy's winning the title, except during Mania. During WrestleMania, on our way there, I was like, oh yeah, Shinsuke's gonna be AJ at WrestleMania, he's gonna become the new WWE champion. That's how I predicted it, and now, since he didn't, I honestly don't know, so I have to go with the only one that I can really think of, and I have to say that AJ is going to retain, so my pick is AJ.
Charles was talking about Lil having AJ wear a metal cup and pretty much hindering Shinsuke's plan. That reminded me of Goldberg versus Bret, the Hitman Hart, when Bret wore a metal belt underneath, metal plate.
Oh yeah, I remember that. I remember.
Goldberg speared and just went down.
So you thinking that AJ should pull basically a Bret Hart for a metal plate instead of a metal cup in his pants, because so.
Well, the metal plate will be too obvious. I don't think you think AJ would have learned by now what to wear.
That's exactly what I'm thinking. I mean, after you're rivaling with this guy who just loves to hit you in the balls, and yet
he's done it to you what, 10 times already?
And yet you really couldn't think. And yet you really couldn't think.
What can I do to hinder this?
I mean, AJ, do you want your wife to be miserable or what?
Too far, dude.
She can't have fun when you have bruised balls, man.
Charles!
I just got this video age restricted.
Yes! Remember,
I just got this video age restricted.
Remember, this is going on my channel.
Well,
I'll probably mark it as R.
If I have to. Okay.
Put that mature content warning thing like from Turtle Drum Island.
I probably will be.
Anyways.
So, as I said, if Shinsuke did not win at WrestleMania, I just really can't see him winning anywhere else at this moment. So unless they build a convincing story to where he could actually end up being champion, I have to still go with AJ here.
I don't care what I say here. This matchup has been screwing me over since WrestleMania, pretty much. I swear to God. And this time, third time is a fucking charm. Shinsuke will win.
So so you think about the whole third time the charm.
Third time's a charm. Shinsuke lost at WrestleMania. Then they both lost at Greatest Royal Rumble. AJ win. Tie. Next thing, AJ lose. Shinsuke will low blow AJ. And then Kinshasa, whatever the fuck that move is called.
You got that right. It was called Kinshasa.
Kinshasa him up. And 1, 2, 3. Shinsuke is the new WWE Championship.
I mean, it's still a possibility. I just really don't see him winning it at this moment.
Shut up, Charles. Your opinion doesn't matter.
Oh.
I'm kidding. Everyone's opinion matters on my channel.
You hurt my feelings. And now I'm wishing Shinsuke will do it to you like he did to AJ.
Kinky. Anyways,
no, that's it.
That is all for this pay-per-view.
If you'd like to put your predictions for this upcoming Backlash, go ahead and put that in the comments section.
Charles and I will discuss about doing an NXT takeover. That one being for Chicago.
Yeah, which I think is next month because they could have
June 16th.
June 16th. So yeah, that is next month. Okay, so which means Money in the Bank's right around the corner.
It'll probably be NXT takeover the 16th, and then Money in the Bank the 17th.
Oh yeah, but that depends on our schedule.
That's how most things were, anyways. Anyways, let us know in the comments below if you would like this, if you want us to do an NXT takeover. It's something I would need to get more information on because I don't watch NXT.
You should, if you have the WWE Network. It's good stuff.
Well, I'm not that rich, Charles.
It's like $10. Are you telling me that you're not rich at all?
$10? Wow, that's we're not doing like a sponsored program thing right now. But WWE Network, if you want to hook us up with a sponsorship, let me know.
I'd be happy to do anything for you.
Oh, God.
Love you long time.
Anyways, to refresh your memory, my picks were Shinsuke, Seth, Randy, Nia, Carmella, Samoa Joe, Daniel Bryan, Braun Strowman, and Bobby Lashley.
Mine's are AJ Styles, Seth Rollins, Jeff Hardy, Nia Jax, Charlotte, Roman Reigns, Daniel Bryan, and Braun and Bobby Lashley.
So pretty much, this thing is coming down to like 3 matches or 4.
Yeah, basically, because we agreed on almost everything else.
We agreed on half of them at least.
Yeah.
Let us know who you think is right, who will go up 3-2 in this pay-per-view match.
You gotta pick the guy who's obviously right, because the other guy's obviously wrong, which they all know who that is. Yeah.
And also, fun fact, I'm pretty sure Charles and I posted on the exact same day at the exact same time of the same tweet about going 3-2.
Yeah, I saw Ryan's tweet about going 2-2 on the W pay-per-views, and I leave a reply. Let me see if I can find it. Okay, here I go. This is what I typed in. Right here. Here it is on the screen.
And also, I'd like to point out that somebody that needs another shot of redemption is Titus Worldwide.
Oh, they're never gonna let him get over that.
Oh, they're not gonna let that slide. That slide's already becoming a meme.
That practically stole the whole show at Greatest Royal Rumble.
Yeah, I'm watching a meme of it right now. Somebody edited him sliding and him being the bowling ball in Wii Sports Bowling. Anyways,
that should be all for now.
yeah.
Well, I'm signing out, and I'll see you guys in the next pay-per-view predictions.
Which will be probably Money in the Bank. Is going to be what it's. We're still going to discuss this shit.
Yeah, we are. Alright.
Anyways, thank you for watching. Enjoy, and remember, I will go 3-2, not Charles.
In your imaginations, I'm gonna go 3-2, sucker.
It's okay. I'll probably. Yeah, you'll go I'll win 3-2. Then I'll go to 4-2 at SummerSlam. TikTok, Charles. Time is. You better catch up soon.
Right.
Okay. Bye.